Hello and thanks for joining us today. First, an immersive exhibition in Paris is inviting visitors to step aboard the legendary Titanic, bringing one of history's most haunting voyages back to life. From the elegance of first class to the depths of the lower decks, this is a journey into both the myth and the tragedy of the world's most famous ocean liner. Charlotte Lamb reports.
Arms outstretched, faces lifted, visitors recreate the iconic pose immortalised on screen. A cinematic echo and a step into history. In 1997, film director James Cameron reignited the world's fascination with the Titanic, the most famous shipwreck in popular culture.
It was the biggest ship in the world, the maiden voyage, the perfect Greek tragedy in a way. So I think that is still today keep captivating us, me particularly.
The legend of Titanic in Paris leans into immersion, inviting visitors not just to observe, but to feel. Here you can find artifacts, replicas, a family AI room, and more. Bodies drift, hesitate, turn, but they are not wandering. They are on board the virtual ship.
My favorite part was the deck.
It was that for me too, and the view from the bridge. But in reality, we're standing in front of a white wall.
It's very moving, and I think it's essential to get a glimpse of what they experience, to empathize with them.
And then the illusion fractures. Lights dim and the horizon tilts as the exhibition tries to recreate a sense of what passengers experienced. In 360 degrees, that fateful night of April 14, 1912 returns. The iceberg, the slow then quick invasion of water.
It's terrible. They really capture that feeling. It hits you in the gut, you know?
You can see the boat sinking as it drops down the slope. That's really impressive.
At the end of the exhibition, the faces of victims and survivors serve as a reminder that before the legend, the film, this immersion, more than 1,500 lives were lost at sea.
And the legend of the Titanic exhibition is on at Paris's Villette until August. Next then, the Paris Book Festival returns to the Grand Palais next week with a special spotlight on graphic novels. It's the perfect chance to explore the work of renowned Japanese mangaka Ogure, known for his cult series like Air Gear. He's unveiling his first graphic novel called Smoke. It's a futuristic story where emotions are erased and humanity is reshaped by artificial intelligence.
I've done a lot of work in black and white, so this comic was a chance to work in colour. In Japanese manga, you have to be known to survive. You have to meet readers' expectations based on sales. Everything is calculated. This comic has given me freedom of expression. It's a rebirth for me. Ultimately, I see AI as a threat, but one that opens up new horizons. This theme fits perfectly with the central theme of all my work, which is life and death, Eros and Thanatos.
And the Paris Book Festival takes place at Paris's Grand Palais between the 17th and 19th of April. Well, next, attention video game fans, Paris's Philharmonie is turning up the volume on one of gaming's most powerful elements, music. The exhibition of video games and music traces the evolution of iconic soundtracks from the early bleeps of Pong to the symphonic worlds of Final Fantasy, Zelda and Super Mario. Through interactive installations and playable games, it reveals how these unforgettable scores became a defining part of global pop culture.
It was often the engineers, developers and coders who created the music, and little by little it became a proper profession, but one that is still linked to the very essence of what video games are, namely interaction. The Japanese and Americans, in quite different ways, have also exploited and developed this video game music, so it has ended up in our heads. What sets video game music apart, so to speak, is that it always seeks to draw the player into a trio consisting of the studio that creates it, the composer and the player. Cinema doesn't have that, nor does advertising. The player must interact.
Well, whether you're a gamer, a music lover, or simply curious to explore a still little-known chapter of 20th century music, video games and music is on display at the Musée de la Musique until the 1st of November. Now, what makes a good mother and who gets to decide? In Marseille, a new exhibition at the Museum is taking a look at how motherhood has been defined, judged and represented over time. From idealised figures to real-life experiences, Bonne Mère, or Good Mothers, questions the expectations placed on women and what being a mother really means today. Luc Schrager reports.
At Marseille's Museum of European and Mediterranean Civilizations, figurines at a feminist demonstration. It's a shock video in an exhibition questioning maternal figures. From the goddess mother to the she-wolf protecting her young, or the virgin and child. Not forgetting actor Hafsia Herzi, immortalized in 2009 by Pierre Gilles.
She did an interview for one of the first films that I saw, and I completely fell in love. I found her so beautiful. We got in touch and she said she'd do it. She was adorable.
It was wonderful to work with her. We wanted a Mediterranean Madonna with all the cultural blending. And finding her in Marseille was fantastic because it's the next part of the story. And she's from here herself.
From the Madonna to the motherland, France's Marianne, or the Arab world's Kulthum. National icons all and far from maternity. Artist Edith Laplan worked as a gynecologist for a long time in Marseille. Now she uses the art of embroidery to explore feminine aspects more often veiled from public view.
Edith talks not just about menstrual blood, but gynecological infections, which could hinder a desire for motherhood, like endometriosis and adenomyosis. She shows these hidden bodies of women from whom life sprung.
What was important for us was to question the taboo. Telling children that babies come from cabbage patches or are delivered by storks, well, the reality is that they're born of women, so why not say that? What's behind the taboo? Behind this hiding of women's bodies, if it isn't just the power to control them better?
And alongside a mother, often too the Mater Dolorosa, the Lady of Sorrows, who's lost her child to war or misfortune. The exhibition, though, ends on a note of love, sung by a local son to his mother, the rapper Jewel. Ultimately, all unfolds in Marseille under the eye of another mother, the Notre Dame de la Garde, better known to locals as the Bonne Mère.
And you can check out Bonne Mère at Marseille's Museum on until the end of August. And we're going to leave you with images of a timeless icon. 100 years after her birth, Marilyn Monroe is being celebrated in Paris with a major exhibition at the Cinémathèque Française, retracing her life, career and enduring influence. It's a chance to rediscover the woman behind the legend, an actress who shaped her own image and left an unforgettable mark on cinema and popular culture. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.